If you've ever experienced resentment, this hatha yoga class is for you. Hi, I'm Melissa from Yoga with Melissa, and this is Real Yoga for Real People. We're all about connection to a teacher and teachings that allow you to connect with your true nature and a community of people that are dedicated to a genuine path of spiritual transformation. If you're new here, we put out a brand new yoga class every Friday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific, so be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. If you're feeling overwhelmed, then feel free to press that mute button and follow along visually until you're feeling less overwhelmed. Thanks to Squeezed Yoga Clothing for my clothes. Today I'm wearing red leggings and a black bamboo hoodie. And thanks to Dusky Leaf for our props. Today you are going to need a bolster and 2 blocks. I have a testimonial today from Estella. She says, "Thank you, Melissa West. You helped me a lot with anxiety. I've been subscribed for a couple of months and your videos are amazing. Keep up the good work." Thanks to Estella and to all of you who take the time to leave your comments on YouTube and iTunes and Instagram, Facebook, my website, and as always, the most in-depth conversations happen in our membership community. I'm going to ask you to make sure you stay all the way to the end today because I have a gift for you today. The gift is 3 simple mantras for releasing resentment and expressing your emotions. So today's class is all about resentment, and I have a gift that I will tell you how you can get 3 simple mantras for releasing resentment and expressing your emotions. Let's come together with our peace mantra to begin. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahe Tejasvina Vadita Mastu Mavidvishavahe. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So that mantra means protect us together, student and teacher. May our studies nourish us together. May we practice together for the good of all. May our learning be luminous and purposeful. Peace, peace, peace be unto all. Our first posture today is going to be reclined bound angle pose. You're going to set up your bolster so it's lengthwise on your mat, and you'll need 2 blocks to support your knees. So you're going to bring the soles of your feet together and then just see where your knees fall and place either your blocks or some cushions underneath your knees to support the joints in your pelvis, especially your SI joints. And then you're going to lie back over your bolster. And you can choose where you want to put your bolster so it best supports your back, sort of like at the base of my rib cage there. Then you're going to lie back over your bolster and take your arms out to your side. And the focus here is going to be on opening up your inner thighs in a supportive restorative pose first. We're really focusing on our liver meridian, which runs from the inside of your big toe all the way at the inside of your leg, inner thighs, and up the central channel here on your... I forgot to tape my mic. We'll stop and do that in a minute. The central part of your torso here. So reclined bound angle pose is perfect for that. And the liver meridian, the reason why I've chosen that for this class, and there'll be a lot of focus on your inner thighs, is because your liver organ in traditional Chinese medicine is the organ that is responsible for the emotion of resentment. So resentment is a natural and healthy emotion. It is defined as indignation at having been treated unfairly. Just like the other emotions we have opened to in this series, we can open to the emotion of resentment. Resentment doesn't need to be defined as good or bad. It's simply an expression of energy. And when we open to the free-flowing quality of resentment, we can attend to its energetic nuances in our minds and our bodies. Okay, draw up through your pelvic floor, draw your navel back to your spine. Bring your knees together and just take your blocks and put them off to your side or draw them out of your way. And take your knees and you're going to sway them from side to side here. We'll just stay on the bolster for this. Just going to release your hips and your inner thighs a bit here. So a little bit of windshield wiper legs to warm up your hips and prepare them. And then you're going to roll to the side and take your bolster off to the side and lie back down. We're at Cattle Point today here in Victoria, BC, and you can see here that in Victoria in the summer it's a desert. It doesn't rain all summer. So see? Okay, from here you're going to press into your feet, lift your buttocks off the ground, and then extend your right leg in the air. Inhale, open your right leg out to the side. Exhale, bring it in. Then you're going to bend that leg, put your right foot down on the ground. Extend your left leg. You're going to take it out to the side. Inhale, open. Exhale, use your inner thigh, bring it back to the center. Then let's go back to the first side again. Press through your left foot. Extend through your right leg. Inhale, open, out to the side. And then bend your leg, right leg, press into your right foot. Extend your left leg. Inhale, open. And then bend your left leg, press into your left foot. We're going to do this one more time on each side. Extend through your right leg. Press into your right foot. Extend your left leg. Last one. And then bend, press into both feet, lower down, and hug both knees into your chest. Hold on behind your knees in case you have any issues with your knees. Relax your shoulders. This pose is really good for any low back pain. And then tuck your chin and rock yourself up. You're going to take your bolster and put it in front of you. You're going to turn sideways on your mat. And we're going to do some variations of frog pose to continue to get into that liver meridian for resentment. So we're going to do half frog pose. So let's start with your right side for the half frog pose. So what we're going to do is place your right leg at a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to lean into the half frog pose and take your left leg out to the side and come down onto your forearms. And then let's try that on the other side. So start with your left leg bent at a 90-degree angle, your foot flexed, and then your right leg out to the side. And then you got to kind of lower yourself down until you're feeling sensation on the insides of your thighs. And then you're going to release this pose, and we're going to do full frog pose. So the way full frog pose works is you're going to, I have a feeling the half frog pose is going to be more intense than full frog pose. You're going to bring both legs to a 90-degree angle, shift your weight back, tuck your tailbone under, your feet are flexed, and you can rest on your bolster here at the front. Yeah, they're all pretty intense. So it depends, for you, what meridians are most active or most charged for you. So this might not be a big deal for you. Okay, and then you're going to find a way out of this pose. And we're just going to come and let our inner thighs just relax a little bit there. So resentment is a powerful internal reaction to feeling that we've been treated unfairly, judged, or wronged in some way. And the internal sensation grows more solid and secure the more we try to turn away from the sensation or from the emotion. The emotion is a strong one that we feel intensely and deeply when people do not behave the way that we wish they would behave. It's unfortunate when that happens, isn't it? And when a situation has not unfolded the way that we expected it to. So that happens in life, doesn't it? That people don't behave the way we want them to, and that situations don't unfold the way we want them to as well. Okay, so from here, we're going to come into downward facing dog. So you're going to reach your hands forward of your shoulders here. Spread your fingers wide. And then you're going to tuck your toes under. You could do this against a wall as well, if it's too much weight bearing for your upper body. Inhale. Exhale. Come into a bent knee downward facing dog so that you get some length through your spine to begin. Let your head hang. Reach your sit bones and your tailbone up towards the ceiling. And then you can start to lengthen out your legs. And from downward facing dog, look forward at the space between your hands, and then walk your feet in towards your hands. Okay, from standing, we're going to get into those inner thighs again with Goddess Victory Squat. So turn sideways on your mat again, turn your toes out 10 and 2 o'clock. Notice how easy it feels to do that after all those preparatory poses. And then you're going to sink straight down, pulling your knees back into Goddess Victory Squat. Bring your arms up. Then you're going to come up, turn your toes in, roll your pelvis over your leg bones, lift and spread your sit bones wide behind you. Drop the crown of your head, lengthen your spine down. So resentment is an emotion that we hold in isolation, personally and privately, and it causes a lot of pain internally. So often we're taught that it's unacceptable to express our emotions, our pain, our frustration, our hurt, anger, and disappointment, even towards ourselves, and so we hold it within our bodies. We deny our emotions, and we keep them buried in our bodies. And as I said at the beginning of this class, I'll tell you how to get my gift of 3 simple mantras for releasing resentment and expressing your emotions at the end of this class. So you're going to come back up, roll back up, and we're going to turn our toes out again. Bring your arms up, and you're going to sit straight down for Goddess Victory Squat again. And then you're going to come up, turn your toes in, roll your pelvis over your leg bones, lift and spread your sit bones wide, and roll forward into that wide-legged standing forward fold here. Then from here, we're going to come down onto our mats. And you're going to lie on your stomach. And from here, just wiggle your hips from side to side to release your low back. And you can even tuck your right toes under, lift your right knee, reach back through your right heel, and feel all the space that creates in your low back. And do that on your left side as well. Tuck your left toes under, lift your left knee, reach back through your left heel, and just feel how long your low back is now. And then what we're going to do is walk your elbows underneath your shoulders, so you come into Sphinx pose for this wonderful back bend that strengthens your upper back and also nourishes your kidneys and your adrenals. It's great for energy. And then we're going to add to it, so it's also for your liver meridian, and it's great for releasing that resentment. So you're going to bring your left leg up to the side for now at a 90-degree angle. And then you're going to lower your leg back down to the side and lower your belly down. And just pause here and let your body rest. And then let's layer that just a little bit differently on the other side so that your butt doesn't cramp up like mine was. I don't know if you noticed my readjusting that here. But let's start with your right leg up to the side at a 90-degree angle and just really relax your buttocks there so it doesn't grip. And then we'll walk your elbows back into that Sphinx pose. And if it's too much, you can always take your elbows a little bit further forward. And then you're going to slowly lower down. Bring your leg back in as well. And just pause here, rest here, and allow your body to integrate that posture. Okay, so you're slowly going to make your way up to seated now. And we're going to sit for Baddha Konasana. For Baddha Konasana, you're going to bring the soles of your feet in towards your groin and open your knees out to the side. And for this pose, you'll want to fill the space underneath your knees so that your SI joints are supported. So just see where your knees land and fill the space with a block or cushions. Lengthen up tall, and you're going to hinge forward through your hips. So again, we're getting into that liver meridian. Guess I can't move that. And then you're going to come upright and you're going to twist to one side. Doesn't matter which side, we're going to twist to both sides. And then come back to the center and twist to the other side. And then come back to the center, and you're going to come and sit in a wide-legged seated forward fold. So you're going to sit on something that's elevated. So you could sit on a folded blanket or a meditation cushion, just so it's easier to roll your pelvis over your leg bones so your pelvis doesn't curl under. I'm going to sit up on this little mound here and take your legs wide. And then we're going to come into wide-legged seated forward fold. So this series on emotional balance is about opening to our full spectrum of emotions, including resentment, and allowing their expression, especially to ourselves. We can allow a full range of emotional expression. We can let go of control, release all these emotions we have denied expression that have been so deeply held in our bodies. And particularly when we combine the yoga postures with the focus. So today we were focusing on the liver meridian. Then it really helps us. So when we work with the liver meridian, it really helps the free expression of any pent up and any blockages that might be along the liver meridian. So if there was resentment stored in the body, then it can have the free flow of expression. Lucky people in your lives. And then you're going to come up. We're going to do one more pose, a restorative pose, before we come into corpse pose. And if this pose doesn't work for you, let me show you the modification. The way the modification works is you can lie on your back and kind of create a sling for your knees. So we're going to be doing wide-legged child's pose, but the modification would be to do this instead. So hold on to opposite knees and do knees to chest like that. Okay. Sure, that was a lovely angle for the camera. I know. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so here we go. Wide-legged child's pose. Toes are together, knees are apart. And you're going to take your legs as wide as you can so that we're getting into that liver meridian again. And you're going to come forward and rest over your bolster. You're going to turn your head to one side, and I'll cue you to turn your head to the other side. Okay, so you're going to turn your head to the other side. And then from here, you're going to make your way onto your back for Savasana. And since you have your bolsters today, you're going to take them and place them underneath your knees for extra support for your back. And you can stay resting here in Savasana to receive and integrate your practice. And I'm going to sit up and read you a poem. You do not have to be a fire for every mountain blocking you. You could be water and soft river your way to freedom too. Nahira Wahid options. You do not have to be fire for every mountain blocking you. You could be a water and soft river your way to freedom too. Nahira Wahid options. So slowly wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gradually allow your breath to deepen. And then you're going to bend your knees, roll to your side, and make your way up to a seated position. When you come to seated, we're going to do a mudra for emotional balance. And you're just going to take your palms open like this and put them underneath your armpits. And then it's really simple. You inhale, you bring your ears up to your shoulders. And you exhale and you relax your shoulders down. And you just repeat this. And then we'll transition into our closing mudra. Left palm up, right palm down. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings be happy and free, and may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all. If you like this class on resentment, thank you so much for pressing that thumbs up button. And let me know what you liked about it in the comments. And feel free to share this class with anybody who you think would benefit from it. Thank you so much for your donations, Paige from Italy and Carla from Belgium. And also just a special shout out to both Paige and Carla who come to our live classes on Monday mornings at 9:30 a.m. Pacific. It's always great to see you both there. At the beginning, I told you I would let you know where you could go at the end to get my 3 simple mantras for releasing resentment and expressing your emotions. So if you go to melissawest.com/397/gift, GIFT, as in a cadeau in French, gift, there are instructions on how to receive this gift from me. And if you're looking for a way on how to get past resentment, and I just want to reinforce that resentment is a completely normal human emotion and a very common one in our culture, where we're often asked to go beyond the realm of the reasonable in our work and family life, and we're just often being pushed past our boundaries. So I don't want you to think that you shouldn't be feeling resentful. It's a very normal emotion in our culture. But I highly recommend our forgiveness series in our membership community. Also, I just want to say many of us were raised in families where we weren't allowed to express our emotions. And so the only option was to suppress them, and then resentment builds up. And it's very normal for it to get stored in the liver, and resentment is the result. It's very normal human patterns. Okay, so I feel like happy I got that off my chest. Anyways, the forgiveness series, and a big part of it is forgiving ourselves, because these are just normal coping mechanisms that we deal with to get by in life, people. So the forgiveness series is a 5-class series. We begin with a lecture of an overview of what forgiveness is and is not. Then we turn to 3 yoga classes. First, a class to soften your heart, then a yoga class to let go, and finally a yoga class to cultivate courage required to offer forgiveness to yourself and others. And then the series ends with a meditation to offer forgiveness to yourself and others. And I'll put a link for members and a link to become a member. So I'm sending you much love from beautiful British Columbia. May your joy be as deep as our ocean. May you be as rooted as the trees in our forest. And may you be as strong as our mountains. Om Shanti. Namaste.
Melissa would love to hear your questions and thoughts. Please leave your comments below the video. Thank you for your reviews on iTunes and YouTube. Your reviews help us to share yoga and a yoga lifestyle with others around the world. If you have a question for Melissa, you can leave a voice message at melissawest.com, and Melissa may answer it in an upcoming blog.